I think we can get started. Thank you for your patience tonight. And I guess I want to say thank you to our officers up here in our chapter, and I guess the parents as well. It's really important, all the hard work that they put in. Social distancing, which are two words I don't want to hear too much more of in 12 months, hopefully. All the hard work that they did to make these kinds of things possible, that we're able to have something approaching normalcy. Okay, so our students, and yes. I wasn't real sure in September, October, or frankly the beginning of May. So anyway, this is good news, and it's a joyous moment. Good evening. Thank you for coming to our school, the Portage Central High School, on this night to celebrate the accomplishments of all of these young men and women. To start with, I came across a quote by John F. Kennedy, and Mr. Albertus put it in my contract. I'm a history teacher, so I have to have a quote by a president. But one person can make a difference, and everyone should try. Kennedy had a way with words. These simple words help define this group of juniors and seniors that were either inducted last year or this year. They've been volunteers in our community, but they've demonstrated a commitment to each of the pillars that comprise National Honor Society. They possess impeccable character. They were part of a group in the last year that has performed over 4,000 hours of community service during a pandemic, okay? I feel lucky if I'm getting to school virtually or in person on time, and they've committed over 4,000 hours of service. Looking at all these students, you can understand what makes this school and this community so special. On behalf of our school and our former president, I wanted to thank all of you. Okay. We do have a few things. This is a little bit different of a night because we are rolling in our chapter awards and our senior recognition. In a normal induction ceremony, which is usually in September or October, we're introducing our new members and announcing them to the community. But we're going to do all three of these things, which to me, we haven't done it this way, but it will make it a little more special of an evening. And to start with, I wanted to show that second slide, if we can. An individual that I learned a little bit of this weekend. And to me, it highlights this group of young men and young women. This is Norm Gogo. Norm Gogo has a Michigan connection, despite the fact you see him in a Highlander uniform. Norm Gogo grew up in Michigan. His family came from Canada, and they were working in the auto industry until the parents were laid off during the Great Depression, and they went back to Toronto. He was 18 years old when World War II started. And he left service as far as working at a department store in Toronto, and went to Britain when he turned 19. In Canada, you had to be a little bit older to go into the military. He was in Britain during the Blitz. He took part, he landed on Juno Beach with other Canadians. We tend to forget that. An entire beach at Normandy was dedicated to the Canadians as they charged ashore. He was there for D-Day. He went through Belgium and Holland and all the way into Germany and served out the rest of the war. Norm Gogo is turning 100 on June 18th of this year. And so there's a program that started in Canada and spread a little bit. They're doing something special to recognize him, writing cards. And why I'm bringing this up and how it highlights them. Norm Gogo gave his life, has served his entire life in dedication of others, in uniform in that case. As soon as I mentioned that, as soon as I sent that out on Saturday, I've already got 32 cards from these young men and young women that I'm paying the postage, and so just amazing that so many filled it out immediately. These young men and young women, it's not about a number of hours, despite the fact I said over 4,000, it's about making a difference. So that's something to highlight there. The second thing, just to highlight here, is our chapter induction ceremony is our primary purpose, but tonight we're gonna recognize our seniors. And so we're gonna have our officers announce clusters of them at a time, okay? When your name is called by one of the officers, come on stage. There'll be somewhere between 8 and 12 of you, okay? And at that point in time, you're gonna receive your graduation stole, what you wear when you graduate in a few short weeks, okay? Seniors, could you just take a quick moment and stand wherever you are in this crowd? Thank you very much. And after we do that, you'll receive your stole. Please come up on this side of the stage. After your name has been called, you'll gather here, and then on your way off stage, you will receive your graduation stole. After that point in time, we're going to do chapter awards, but we'll deal with that in a few minutes, okay? So I am going to turn it over to a much better group of public speakers. I'm going to turn it over to our first officer.
Alrighty, the first group of seniors are very near and dear to my heart, so I'd like to start off with Isabella Adams. And then Katie Bryant. Grace Cheatham. Rebecca Chenoweth. Jude Dissey. Kara Ayler. Peyton Schuring. Molly Vanderwood. And Ann Yang. Congratulations.
All right, please welcome to the stage this next group of seniors who are also very special to me. Gavin Arkansas. Riley Cahill. Julia Colarosi. Ellie Geib. Megan Gibson. Molly Longman. And Arohi Srivastava. And for our next group of seniors, I have Elizabeth Brubaker, Maylee Davis, Elise Eichmann, Sarah Fulton, Maya Garrison, Madeline Gruder, Kara Haas, Molly Ross, Emma Olson, Lauren Radcliffe, Wilson Schnurstein, and Armand Sidhu. Congratulations, guys.
And for our next group of students, I'd like to introduce Alex Conway. Alex Ghosh. Kate Helgeson. Jacob Hoos. Saad Khan, Cole Corrido, Sydney Piper, Kyle Rakowitz, Sergio Ramos Rivera, Max Schramm, Bassem Morsi, and Sophie Varney.
Just wanted to take a moment as well. One of the students that we just had, their brothers, Will and Wade, Mustang alums, come up here on stage and take the graduation stole, the NHS stole that their sister Sophie earned last spring into the beginning of this year. Sophie passed away a little bit earlier this school year, and we weren't able to have this special night before that point in time. Her brothers, as always, answered a call to come in and stand in here on her behalf. So they have her graduation stole, and I can't think of a more fitting way as well to start our chapter awards. Sophie was a junior, but she exemplified all four of our pillars: character and leadership, service and scholarship. Despite all the adversity, she was completely dedicated and proud of her community, and frankly made this school, this community, and our world a better place through all of her work. I wanted to take a minute and award the first. This is the chapter award, a little bit different than the other ones, but because again, Sophie is one of our most honored society members that we've had. So Will and Wade, thank you for coming here tonight, and her parents as well. Thank you for coming here and accepting this on her behalf. So now we're going to call a few more people up. These are going to be juniors and seniors that are going to be receiving our chapter awards. Now this is not simply the chapter advisor dictating who these awards go to. And frankly, it was a challenging decision since, again, the efforts of all of our students have been, well, exemplary and frankly award-worthy. We have numerous staff members that work with our chapter. Our chapter is firmly embedded within the school and tied very closely together. So I definitely lean upon them to send forward names of people that have gone really above and beyond. So I'm gonna call some names. I'd like you to come up on stage, okay? These students are being recognized for all kinds of labor. So let's announce some names first. Becca Chenoweth, okay. The next one, I'll make sure she comes in on this side. It'll be Ellie Geib. Will be coming in over this side. Patrick Lee. Audrey Bench. Emma Olson. Max Schramm. Kate Lindsay. Mason Teachman. And Ann Yang. As mentioned earlier, our entire chapter has undergone tireless efforts within our school community, whether it's making a difference as far as mentoring and tutoring students online, as everybody was used to that new normal, working through things like Kids in Science to put together model labs and recording them for elementary students, working with animals at the SPCA, and honestly a whole host of things, the gardening club, working at food banks like Loaves and Fishes and others, just making a difference and making everybody's lives a little bit better. All of these students did all of those things and a little bit more in addition to their normal student kind of duties, and I wanted to say thank you very much. Congratulations for receiving our chapter awards. Okay, you're almost done with me at this point in time. We'll turn it over to, again, more highly capable people. I do want to say one thing, again, that's a little bit different, and this is to the students, the juniors and seniors out there. What we're going to do is we'll start in this area here, the returning members that are in this region here will stand two of you at a time, kind of a thing, to come up to announce your new members. And as you come up, the new members should kind of go over to be on that side. Your names, you'll come up on stage with your person. If I was up here introducing Abdulaziz and Kate, okay, when I stood up, they would have stood up and met over here, okay? So we want to be spaced out a little bit. Keep an eye around the auditorium. Normally we're all sitting together, but we're scattered around the auditorium tonight, okay? So when we hit that point, we'll start in this area here. Keep an eye, look around, identify where your senior is, keep an eye on everything, and we'll get this going. I'm going to turn this over at this point in time to our first National Honor Society officer, Isabel Currier.
Leadership. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "You must do the thing you think you cannot do." There can be no real leadership except by one who has first learned to serve. And no leadership is stronger than the character upon which it is based. Personality is developed as one participates in many activities. True leadership is not mere popularity or magnetic personality, but rather the inspirational influence that comes to him who has consistently kept high ideals. The true leader must have initiative and resourcefulness, but they are the result of small influences exerted in the right direction while striving only to be of service. Please welcome Kate Lindsay.
Originality is the essence of true scholarship. Creativity is the soul of the true scholar, the Nnamdi Azikiwe. True scholarship does not necessarily mean only the acquisition of high marks in classwork. Scholarship is really the development of a desire to be thorough. It is the creation of love of accuracy, and above all, it is the growth of discernment in choice between fact and theory. Mere book learning is not enough. We need wisdom as well as knowledge. Scholarship may be defined as a search for truth. It must not stop at graduation, for every person should learn from every experience, and mental growth should never stop. And next up, we have Abdul Aziz.
Teach this triple truth to all. A generous heart, kind speech, and a life of service and compassion are the things which renew humanity. Prince Siddhartha. Willingness to help and an unselfish devotion make life better, happier, and more fulfilling as we set out together for the common good. To lose oneself in enthusiasms for good and vital purposes without thought of recompense brings its own rewards. Service does not flaw in itself. It is a simple giving and sharing of one's energies and one's abilities, wherever there is need. The gift of ourselves is our commitment to a better tomorrow. Much has already been given to us. In return, we would like to give as much as we can to others. And please welcome Audrey Bench to the stage.
Everything you have learned will be in vain if you do not build your character and master your thoughts and actions. Mahatma Gandhi. Character. It is the positive force that distinguishes us from all others. It is the daily endeavor to achieve self-discipline through choices based not upon self-interest and opportunism, but upon morality and decency. It is the force that guides us through life, endowing us with heroism, understanding, sympathy, and tolerance. Necessary abilities required to thrive in the face of great demands that assuredly exist in our future. Perhaps one of the most important aspects of true character is love. Love for others, but also love for oneself. Without love for oneself, no person can ever hope to possess self-respect or the respect of others. These are necessities if we are ever to triumph over the challenges that we face alone and over those which alone are impossible. Without love for others, how can we possibly reach our full potential and actively help our world? A person of true character always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres, even in the face of anonymity. As we strive for true character, we are all blessed to be a blessing to others. Thank you.
The four cardinal principles upon which this society is founded are scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Do you promise to uphold these principles to the best of your ability? New members, please respond, "We do promise." Please repeat after me. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of this society to which I have been selected, striving in every way by word and deed to make its ideals the ideals of my life. Please come forward and light your candles at the torch of truth when your returning members come up.
I'd like to induct Ryan Hanneman and Katie Stamper.
I am honored to be inducting 3 students into our chapter of the National Honor Society. Your hard work and dedication have not gone unnoticed and will continue to be seen for years to come. Congratulations, Wilson Schnurstein, Ryan Nauer, and Kara Ayler.
I would first like to induct Trinity Lawson into the Mustang chapter of the Honor Society. Trinity is a very good friend of mine and an individual who exhibits attributes of a determined and loyal volunteer. I am so proud of you and thankful for your achievements, and I applaud you for being an exciting and amazing individual. Congratulations, Trinity. I would also like to induct Hannah Kanicki into the Mustang chapter of the National Honor Society. You have been such an amazing friend and show great promise for the future of our chapter. I have no doubt that you will go on to be an upstanding leader both in our school and in your future endeavors. Congratulations, Hannah.
There are 2 people that I would like to induct into our chapter of the National Honor Society. They are Anthony Lalomia and Megan Backer. Congratulations, your hard work and dedication has been noticed.
I'd like to induct Alex Conway first. I've known him since middle school and we've been really good friends. And this is definitely a good place for him because of his character and leadership. Second person I'm inducting is Aaron Henry. I've known him through band and also swimming, and I've seen a lot of his dedication and hard work. And I'd also like to give a quick shout out to Colin Cho and David Jin. I was supposed to induct them, but they couldn't be here for COVID reasons.
It is my honor to induct Maddie Stratton into this year's National Honor Society chapter. I know you are one of the hardest workers I know, and I know you'll do great things. Congratulations.
It is my honor to induct Jude Deasy and Mason Teachman into the National Honor Society. Congratulations on becoming full-time members.
I'm very proud to induct my very good friends, Sonia Koenig and Carly Wolf, into the Mustang chapter of the National Honor Society.
I am very proud to induct Nick DeCastro during this very strange year during the National Honor Society at Portage Central.
It is my honor to induct Gavin Arkanstal and Kate Me into our chapter. Congratulations to both of them.
It is my honor today to induct my friends Abby Aru and Lauren Radcliffe into this chapter of the National Honor Society. Congratulations.
I'm extremely proud and honored to induct Asad Khan into the NHS chapter. I'm extremely proud of his achievements.
I'm proud to induct 3 of my hardworking and high-achieving friends, Armand Sadu, Eric Fernandez, and Jonathan Coe, into our chapter of National Honor Society.
I am extremely honored to be inducting 2 of my best friends into this chapter of National Honor Society, Isabella Adams and Tavishi Budagabi.
I am honored to induct Jacob Host into this year's Honor Society, and I hope that both he and his family feels very proud of this accomplishment.
It is my honor to induct Miss Helen Spence into the National Honor Society. Congratulations, Helen.
It is my honor to induct my friends Megan Baker, Amithi Gol, and Ann Young into Portage Central's chapter of the National Honor Society. Congratulations on all of your hard work.
It is my honor to induct Hannah and Elizabeth Longcore into National Honor Society.
I am so excited to induct both Kayla Van Hoven and Catherine Opria into NHS.
It is my honor to induct 4 of my good friends into the National Honor Society: Katie Bryant, Caitlin Dara, Genevieve Kim, and Anushka Soros. Congratulations.
It is my honor to induct Javier Dapp and Meet Patel into this year's chapter of National Honor Society.
It's my honor to induct Lauren Jaycox and Delaney Antilla into our chapter of the Mustang National Honor Society.
It is my honor to induct 2 of my very good friends, Molly Longman and Ella Steele, into this year's chapter of National Honor Society. I am very excited to induct 2 of my very good friends, Maya Garrison and Patrick Lee, into this year's chapter of National Honor Society.
It is my honor to induct both Ashlyn Haig and Drew Lawler into our chapter of NHS.
It is my honor to induct my lifelong teammate and great friend, Becky Anderson, and my classmate, bio partner, and amazing friend, Peyton Sherring, into this chapter of the National Honor Society.
It is my honor to induct one of my best friends since middle school, Riley Cahill, into this year's chapter of the National Honor Society.
And it is also my honor to induct one of my best friends and one of my best teammates, Lauren Rolfson, into this year's chapter of the National Honor Society. And last but not least, it is my honor to induct my friend and one of the most hardworking people, Brendan Semler, into this year's chapter of the National Honor Society.
Okay, speak now or forever hold your peace. Is there anybody left? Okay, can you shut those two doors back there behind you? Okay, in about 5, we're gonna start dimming the lights. Get ready to blow those candles out, okay? A lot of pressure on. Okay, like a well-oiled machine. If our members can go back to the seats with their families right now, one more round of applause for them. Now, with our adjustments and with our flexibility, and as our officers come back on stage, he may be number 8 in your program, but he's number 1 in our hearts, Mr. Albertus, our principal, and someone I'm proud to call my friend.
Seems like every year Baker gets at least one trick candle out there, so that was very impressive. Every year, for way too many years to count, I feel honored to watch what just happened here, where we as a community joined together to show our appreciation to an incredible group of students. And when I see incredible students like you here at Portage Central High School, truly I marvel at your thoughtfulness and your work ethic, your intelligence, and your willingness to do whatever is necessary to complete a task. I admire your service to others and the kind way you carry yourself as you interact with those around you. Me, at your age, well, not quite so much. Now, the interesting thing about this picture is not the pink gentleman standing on my left, though he was surprisingly pleasant. The interesting thing is I choose a picture that did not feature my mullet. That might be better. Okay, that is a more honest representation. The 80s were certainly not an attractive time, and that was a very long story. And I also did not have a very attractive personality. Simply put, I was obnoxious. I was more than a little self-absorbed. I was arrogant. I was focused on myself and on my own personal success. I didn't care much about those in need, and I didn't spend time thinking about those who struggled or who saw the world differently. I only really cared about myself, my own future, and how I was going to build it on my own. Yep. At times, I was downright repugnant. And you all, you incredible students of Portage Central High School and human beings, you would have not liked me very much. Now, be clear, before I judge myself too harshly, I get it. I was the product of war and of alcoholism and divorce. I grew up half German stoic and half brash American, and those families and those values never really got along. But I had an absolutely incredible mom. Brigitte Martin, in English, Bridget Martin, and people say that German is an ugly language. Brigitte was born on June 6, 1944, in the heartland of Nazi Germany. For you history buffs, that date you might recognize. That was D-Day, the days when tens of thousands of Allied troops stormed the beaches of Normandy. My mom taught me an incredible amount, as moms have a tendency to do. Some of those were rooted in mundane in her German heritage, like always choose rye bread above white. Still good advice. Some of the things, though, I learned from her example. She loved to watch people work. It did not really matter what they did, really. Carpenter or cab driver, teacher or musician, when someone was really good at what they did, she would say, it was like watching poetry. She also taught me a few things that sometimes I ignore. For example, my mom would always say, never give anyone ever any advice unless someone asks for it. Well, in her view, a suggestion was always an implied criticism. And with all due apologies to my mom, whom I continue to miss very, very greatly, I'm going to ignore that advice for tonight and give you some anyway. Number one, high school, college, getting through school is hard. And it makes sense that at these times in your lives and all of our lives, we have our own needs, we use our own desires as engines to push us forward to our goal. We all understand that. At different points in our lives, we need ambition in order to accomplish the necessary tasks of these lives of ours, to build our own identity, to create one's own space, to be seen more as an individual and less as a product of our parents, to create, to leave our own mark, and to shine. But please be cautious. Be deeply suspicious of your own strength. Sooner or later, it will let you down. When you leave this place, when you create your own world, you will have extraordinary moments and you will have hard times. The only question is how you will respond. Second, gratitude is a reflection of strength. When I was 17, I thought gratitude was a weakness, an admission that I could not create my own world through my own strength, through my own intelligence, through my own will. I learned the hard way that personal strength is a really brittle thing. And when it breaks, and it always does, pieces scatter. Over time, what I have learned, what I wish someone would have told that younger, mulleted version of myself, is that gratitude is where real strength lives. When we say we are grateful, we are acknowledging that we are truly knowing our own weaknesses. When we say we are grateful, we show that we know that we are not alone, that there are others standing right alongside us. When we say we are grateful, we are celebrating that we are connected, that we are interlaced, that we are as a community woven together that is far stronger than any one strand. When we say we are grateful, we are recognizing that we are part of a healthy community, that the strands and these webs of our relationships that we saw apart tonight are also a part of you, and they always will be. so that you know that you are never truly alone. Finally, choose that community wisely. Communities don't exist for their own sake. Communities exist to build something together. For the Portage Central community, we exist to help build you. You are part of a confluence of relationships here, connected by countless folks whose role it is to support you, to help you grow, to help you strengthen mentally and physically and spiritually. You have inherited the collective wisdom and compassion of nearly 100 years of students and teachers, parents and community members. They have contributed to bring you to this point today. And when you decide to leave this community and move on to another, choose one that will do the same for that next generation. Would that guy have understood what I just shared with you? To be honest, I don't know. I was not a very good listener. But you as juniors and seniors here at Portage Central High School, you have always been more thoughtful than that guy. If my mom could see you today, she would be really, really proud of you. And so am I. Congratulations. Thank you, and God bless.
I'm not going to try to finish that or that mullet. I can't do it. So juniors and seniors, congratulations once again, but you've had enough applause. I'd like you to applaud the people that came with you to help make this night possible as well. So your family, your friends, please give them a round of applause. Oh, come on, like you mean it. Let's go. All right, that's better, that's good. One other thing is, I know you've got wax dripping on you, but make sure that the wax, the candle, has been put out, and please return it to where you received it out there in the commons. Socially distance a little bit out there, chat a little bit. Congratulations once again, and that's it for the festivities. Have a great evening. Thank you again for making this possible.